Thanks, y'all. So you should have gotten that Mr. Guerra thinking about his first day of kindergarten would be a flashback because Mr. Guerra's an adult, but he would be putting himself in the shoes of his kindergarten self and getting into that memory. So we'll see some flashbacks in the text we'll read today. But before we do that, we want to go over our vocab words. So here they are: solemn, torment, and naive. Do any of these words sound familiar? If so, what do you think they mean? If you're on campus, just raise your hand. Y'all can have a class discussion. If you're on Zoom, type it in the chat. All right, let's talk about this word solemn. So solemn means serious and dignified. The solemn crowd watched in awe as the new president was sworn in. So I want y'all to notice this boy's face. Is he happy? Is he sad? Is he serious? Yeah, he's very serious, right? When I think of a solemn event, I think of maybe going to a funeral, right? That could be a solemn event. Usually it's a pretty serious event. I might think of a military parade, right? Maybe that's kind of solemn, quite a serious event. So when I want you to think solemn, serious, solemn, serious, solemn, serious. All right? Now let's say it 3 times. Solemn, solemn, solemn. What? Solemn, solemn, solemn. Much better. And then don't get confused by this MN. It is a word that's spelled a little bit irregularly, but you just want to think solemn. So the N is silent. Our next word is torment. Oof. To cause extreme physical or mental pain. Flies tormented the horses in the field, biting them mercilessly as they stood in the hot sun. So I want y'all to ask your class, how is this man over here being tormented? For sure, he's being tormented because this person is screaming in his ear. Have any of y'all ever been tormented by a sibling? Yeah, I know I have. My brother, when he got home from school, he used to come in and toot really loud and yell safety, and that always tormented me. I was so disgusted with it. All right, what about naive? Have y'all heard of this word? So naive is lacking experience or knowledge, innocent or simple. A lot of times we would call someone who's very young naive because they might not have had experiences that people who are much older have had. For example, my naive sister believed she could grow up and be a mermaid. Yeah, y'all are in 5th grade, right? We know we can't grow up to be mermaids, but if you have a little sibling who's about 4 or 5, they might think this is a possibility in their life. When I think naive, I think of the story of Little Red Riding Hood, because a wolf comes up to her and says, hey, I can take you to your grandma's house. And me being an adult, I'm not going to trust a wolf if they talk to me, right? I'm not going to talk to strangers in the woods. But Little Red Riding Hood is a little girl, and so she gave in because she hadn't experienced much before. So you're going to go ahead and match each word to its definition. Get some review. You're going to take a little vocab quiz. Got lots of good questions. And then we're going to tackle this open-ended question together when we come back. See you in a bit.